Hello everyone, I am back with my second half of my Gundam building series right now, and I've taken about maybe half an hour building it, and as of right now this is what I've got. Basically I'm following what the instructions are, and I have the entire upper body pretty much complete. All I really need to do is the legs. So, one thing that sort of caught me off guard is how small the thing is. Not only does that make it have quite a few little pieces that can get stuck in easy places, but I just thought it was going to be a bit bigger than this. Not that it's really that bad. I still think he looks really good. And one complaint that I actually have right off the bat is that these parts seem kind of delicate because these can sort of like slip off kind of easily. They can still, if you don't touch it, you can pretty much keep it there. It's not like it's gonna fall off like entirely, but if you just like put a little bit of like pressure onto it, then it's gonna, fall off. But it's not really that much of a hindrance. So, yeah, this is pretty much what I have so far, and I'll see you guys next time when I get the whole body assembled. Hello everyone, I'm Benjamin Contreras, and welcome to my last part of my Gundam building video series, and I've spent about another half hour making the bottom half of the figure that I have, and here he is in all of his Gundam glory. The detail on this guy is actually, while a majority of the colors are like a solid type of color, it still does look very nice. Looking at the box as an example, I'm just gonna move these things that are on the box right now. Comparing it to the art on the box, it is pretty accurate. The red parts on his chest and on his arms and legs are all pretty accurate. I believe there's supposed to be a sticker that's supposed to go on the top of his head here that I forgot. But the gold yellow type of crown-like shape on his on the top of his head, the small red part behind his like white helmet section, his blue eyes, if you can look very deep in there. Also, there's these little areas on the shoulders here that are blue. On here, they're actually red. It actually came with some clear red parts, so you can like remove those quickly. You can also remove the red parts over here on the elbow joints, and you're also able to put them on the kneecap joints. So yeah, there is quite a bit of customization with this guy. He did come with a few extra hands that you can have him with. If you can tell, I actually gave him one of his arms has a open hand that's sort of commonly open, and then for the other arm we have a sort of karate chop style flat hand. And he comes with two other hands that are just like that. He also comes with a couple of these sort of like open fist hands, and I'm not sure why that's there. I guess for like some extra things that the other Gundams come with. But yeah, these little joints here, on all the other hands, they're actually separate pieces that you have to connect on to the actual fist piece. But for these, they're automatically attached to them. I'm not quite sure why. I guess because of the way that it's, these are all open, and the rest of them don't really have that kind of look to it. You also got two closed fists where the palms aren't actually open. You can see that. So yeah, there is quite a bit of customization with this guy. and you can get them in a bunch of different poses. CD also did come with a few effect pieces, but I haven't really built those yet. Maybe if I find a good pose to put him in, I'll take a picture of it and post it on Facebook. But yeah, these are what the more detailed type of design Gundams are. But then we also get to the other variety of Gundams called the SD Gundams, or Super Deformed Gundams. If you can see that, there is a humongous difference between them. First of all, these are clearly not the exact same Gundam. These are from completely different series. And if we can focus a little more on the SD Gundam here, this guy, as you can no doubt tell, has been shrunk down to chibi size, and with that, it gives it a little bit more of a cartoonish type of style. If you could tell, the eyes actually have black pupils on them. He's a lot more chunkier. His feet don't have legs, so they're pretty much just feet. A lot of the other parts are large because they're called super deformed for a reason. They're not really supposed to be that proportionate. And one example that I have that a lot of these need to be taken good care of is that, first off, I was acting kind of stupid. And the first time I tried to build this, I don't have them right now, but I didn't have those wire cutters that I actually used for building my newer Gundam. But for this, I decided for some reason to use scissors and thought that would be a good idea. But if you can look on the back here, this part got cut off when I was trying to get it out of its building tray. And you can see these are both one complete helmet piece. So this area, for some reason, it just broke. And I still have the other piece. we're probably just gonna use super glue and put that back together. There are also two other pieces. I actually have the box here, but if you could tell from the box, there are these two orange and blue sword-like pieces that are supposed to go on his shoulder pads, but one of the gold pieces that's supposed to connect this area right here, the navy blue section on the back, that part actually broke as well, and that was actually a rather tiny piece. So I'm not sure if it's the problem is the quality itself or me just not being particularly careful, because I was actually a bit confused on which side each of the colored swords were supposed to go on. But it's not really much of a bother. And once we get the horn on his helmet glued back, it'll pretty much look as good as new. But yeah, also these shoulder pads here can come off, so you can give it a bit more of a sleek, not as bulky design. I kind of like the way that looks, and if we could take the golden horns on his helmet off too, then it looks a bit more simpler. And I would take out the swords, but for some reason, whenever you put them deep inside the hole of the hand, the swords actually, both the swords get very, very stuck. For some reason, even when you just sometimes I try to if I can give you an example, I try to press it onto the table, any sort of table. If you could just tilt that down there. I usually try and do that, and even then, sometimes it'll only barely try to come out. So that's a bit of a hindrance, but it's not that particularly bad. In terms of the struggle that it was to build these, I would say that the SD Gundam is a lot more easier to build for people who are just getting into Gundam building or model building in general. These guys are actually a better start to have, and not to mention the fact that, let's all admit it, all these things just look adorable. They really, really do. If you're looking for something cute and chibi looking and easy to build, and something that's good to play around with, I would recommend you get the SD Gundams first. But if you're looking for something more of high quality but still isn't much of a struggle, then I suggest you get the HG Gundam, I think it's high grade Gundam. I believe that's what it's called. I would recommend you get these kind of figures. These guys are rather easy to build, and if you're looking for something that's a bit more detailed than the SD Gundams, then I would recommend you get these guys. There is some customization within them, and while I'm sort of I'm sort of like bummed out that he didn't really come with any type of physical weapons. Like if we can look back here on the box, both the this guy right here and the little one right here, both of them have some form of a gun. And this guy pretty much, from the looks of it, the red guy just looks like he uses like elemental fire attacks in his fists. And I assume none of them actually like swords. But I would have at least liked the option of having some form of a weapon for him to hold. I'm assuming that the other Gundams are able, the two other Gundams on the box have their weapons that are interchangeable with this guy, but I don't really have any of those, so until then, he's pretty much stuck, pretty much beating people up. So overall, out of a 5-star rating, I would give these guys, I'm not sure if I would give them a solid 5 out of 5, because they do require a lot of, not a whole lot of maintenance, but quite a bit of patience to get these out. They're not too much of a struggle to get all the pieces out of the tray, but it can take some time. I pretty much took a full hour in real time to actually get this guy completely put together. So I'd probably just give them around a 4 out of 5. But if you can look past that, then you can just give it, then I would pretty much all around give it a 5. These guys are very cool and they're good to display and to play around with, but make sure you do handle them with delicacy, because like I said, the arms on here are rather loose and all on ball joints, and while that does give it a bit more mobility, I'm sort of afraid that if I move it for too long, it's gonna become too loose, and pretty much if I ever like try to put it back on again, it will just fall off automatically. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this new episode of Jasper Cat Productions. This is going to be broken up into 2 or 3 videos. If you did like these and would like me to do more of these sort of Gundam review / building type of videos, make sure to like the video, make sure to subscribe to the channel. If you haven't already, it really helps me. Make sure to leave a comment on how you felt about these Gundams, and if you have any history on Gundams themselves, and if you have any sort of suggestions that I can get, then tell me in the comment section down below. And make sure to visit that one flea market area, store from Japan that I talked about in the first video. And until then, I'm Benjamin Contreras, and bye.